Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yeah, really just an update, a quick update, just to let you know everything's still on track. No exciting moves have happened. In the last video I mentioned to you that in any case I now expect rising prices. Yeah, if you want to see more detail about that, check out the previous video. But in the bullish and the bearish scenario, I actually expect further rising prices. That has so far worked out from the previous video. We made a new swing high. This is, by the way, the bearish scenario again, where we are still in this bearish flag. Yeah? I can actually adjust now this lower trend line, and both lines are actually parallel. Looking at this, we made, as per the current scenario, a WXY pattern. We moved down already in a wave 1 of a 5-wave move. Yeah, this last wave down should have 5 waves. In my opinion, what came down here was a first wave. And we are now, so that's one option, yeah, that we have done the first wave and we're now in the second wave retracement. In this second wave retracement, we're getting now to a critical point that is potentially dangerous in a sense that we could reverse to the downside. That is the 61.8% golden ratio. So keep an eye on that, 21.1K. Yeah. If we get above that, certainly possible to reach 21.8, the 78.6% fib level. That would be the scenario where we are doing a 1-2. And this can go all the way up to 22.5K as a maximum. If we go above that, this scenario would be invalidated. Now, do we have enough strength to go really to that level? I'm not sure. Looking here at these Fibonacci levels, I can recommend you take a look at these as well. So this is in the scenario 1-2. The next reversal then at one of these fib levels should take us down in a wave 3, a strong sell-off. That should even take us below that wave 3 low here of 17.6K. Now, the other scenario that we're doing here is also bearish. Yeah, it just, I mentioned it, it just delays this sell-off a little bit. So we have then a WXY XZ pattern. It is just a extended correction after this. However, that should have been it. You know, that should have been it then. In this Z wave to the upside, we can go to 22K, 22.5, maybe even a little bit higher. That would be the scenario where we go all the way up to the top of that bear flag, maybe 23K, and then reverse to the downside. And this whole impulse down, yeah, would then only start here. Now, I explained it in a bit more detail in the previous video. So far, both are absolutely valid scenarios here, and one of them I would expect to work out. Now, then we've got the alternative scenario, the bullish one. There's always also a bullish scenario. There's always a bullish and a bearish one, by the way. There has to be. Also here in the bullish one, I would expect rising prices. This scenario assumes that we've already seen the low for Bitcoin. I don't put a lot of probability into this, but we need to allow for both options in this critical situation. Now, in this scenario here, we've seen already the low at 17.6K, and it would mean that we are in a breakout scenario. Now, to make this work, we really need to see rising prices, and Bitcoin needs to start moving, because all the other bullish scenarios we had on the chart have been invalidated. Putting more emphasis actually on the bearish scenario. Now, nothing really crazy has happened since the last video, other than, as expected, we've moved a bit higher. In this scenario here, we have already done a 1-2, here another 1-2, and to be fair, this is another 1-2, getting now quite unlikely. Honestly, all these 1-2 setups, again, it's a bit of a mess, and that just, again, puts more emphasis on the bearish scenario. If you have too many 1-2s, it can be bullish, but if you have too many, then it gets unrealistic. I mean, this would already be the third 1-2 setup here if we put another 1 and a 2 here. Yeah, in addition to that, if we look at traditional patterns, you can now identify an ascending wedge here, where we're getting into the apex now. Depending on how you draw it, you can even draw it a bit different here. Yeah, so be careful. That would be more in line with the bearish scenario, because an ascending wedge is a bearish reversal pattern. And bear in mind, we're getting close to that 61.8% golden ratio. So yeah, there's a chance we reverse to the downside here, and then it would fulfill here the bearish option. Now, in this scenario, we really need to push up. Yeah, we need to. We need to break in the next step the 21.7 and then reach the 23.3. If that doesn't happen, yeah, and we get stuck here and the chart shows further weakness, then we are going to reverse, roll over, and that was it then, yeah. This is currently how it's looking for Bitcoin. In the bullish scenario, we would need to move higher. There is no other option. Yeah, we need to stay ideally here above this 20.36K, so $20,360, that wave 2 low. Also, we need to stay above 19,600. I mean, if we lose this one, this wave 2 here, then again, it will get more unlikely anyway, because when we've broken out of the wedge anyway. And if we then lose this yellow wave 2 here, 19,600, we'll probably see another sell-off. If we, these are the key support levels. And then we've got the $18,900 level and then 18,600. Below that, we'll probably go down to 17,500. So no change to the scenario, pretty much all on track at the moment. We're now in the critical phase here, approaching the golden ratio, so that will be really critical. So yeah, hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.